Okay, we are
We are live,
live.
definitely.
Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Karolis, hello, welcome. So today, parents, we have a powerful takeaway. Today's going to be short, but it's going to be so powerful. And today, what we're going to talk about is, do you know those times as parents, like we follow the same patterns generally, and these generational patterns or cultural patterns that we've learned growing up. And despite saying, I'm not gonna do that when I'm a parent, we end up doing the same thing. And that is kind of what we are going to talk about today, some useful tips to overcome that. Next Monday, before we start today, next Monday, we will be starting our 5-day parent leadership challenge. And this is going to be 5 days structured so that by the end of the 5 days, you will be able to write and start and implement your family leadership roadmap. And this is going to be super powerful. It's going to be in the Conscious Parent Leaders group. Karolis and I are going to be going live for 5 days. This challenge will be free if you want to join us live. Afterwards, it will not be free. But if you want to join us live and get this and implement it live and ask your questions, come into the Conscious Parent Leaders group and join us live. I'd love to see you guys. Karolis, hey, how's it going?
Hi, Jesse, and hey, everyone who's watching. So I'm really excited to see the things that we're going to deliver over all these 5 days. And there will be incredible value what we will deliver. And today I will share a little bit of 7 conscious layers that I will share during those 5 days. And I just would like to add on top of, creating the conscious family leadership plan, that we will have a straight line in that plan, how to build your family legacy plan. So it will be based on the principles of the leadership and the core values of real leaders in parenting. So just to have a quick run on what it will be, and today's our topic is know your origins, because that's the main part where our generational cycles are being in control of us, and they are being in control of the nurture part for our children. So I will take three aspects of the 7 layers. So it's a survival mind, it's a collective unconscious mind, and it's unconscious mind. Now, survival mind is our genes, is our ancestors, it's our existential mechanics that we need for our survival. Now, collective unconscious mind, it's all the music industry, it's our history, it's all the mainstream media, it's all the things that we believe from all times, that we don't question them, and they kind of make our days. Sometimes they make our moments, through not allowing us to really think and see clear, and acting against our own family. Now, unconscious mind is more individual part of you. It's where your trauma and your coping mechanisms are forming and creating the action from you. So these 3 topics will be really in-depth touched in our session, where we're going to talk about knowing your origins and really breaking through the generational curses, how they called in the industry, generational patterns that was holding you back and influencing the futures and the minds of your own family and your children. So Jesse, what you can add on top, because I know Jesse was very excited about that session, what we're gonna deliver, know your origins. So it will be really big from both sides. So Jesse.
Yeah, this is, I'm super excited. This is going to be day 1, because this is where it starts. So many parents, I see them, how do I get my kid to do this? How do I get them to do that? And it's like individual things. How do I get my kids to eat more vegetables? How do I get my kids to play with other friends? And if we play that game, it's a never-ending cycle because it's very short term. But if we take a look at our, the way we were parented, but not only that, but the way the culture was parented in our childhood, whether you're from the United States or England or Lithuania or India, or we had a very specific culture. And back in, I was a child in the 80s and the 90s, we were parented a lot differently than now. So but now that we're in the 2020s, a lot of things we continue just out of habit, just because our body responds the same way. It's what we learned. So, I guess if I can share mine, I have one takeaway for you guys to just to be conscious of today. And it's essentially know what you don't know. First of all, humble ourselves and understand we don't know, right? Know what we don't know and learn what we don't know. In other words, become aware of what we are not aware of. So I see this a lot, and with our phone, we tell our kids, like, don't use your phone. And whenever I hear parents asking that, I ask them, how much do you use your phone? Our kids mirror what they see in us. And I get the same response almost all the time. Oh, well, I never use my phone. But that's not true. And really, that's a behavior that you are not aware of, and I'm not aware of how much we use our phone. An easy way to become aware of that is just in your settings. And I mentioned this to someone just earlier today. Go in your settings and look at your watch history. How much are you on your phone? Those 30 seconds scrolling through Instagram, you might think that it's only 30 seconds, but 30 seconds stacked on top of each other. And just when it's a habit of, if you're watching your kids play and you take this out and scroll through Instagram, number one, that's a habit you're building. That's something that we're going to work with becoming aware of our actions, but also it's a habit that our kids are watching. And that's very important. And of course, our phones weren't something from our parents, but it is a behavior that we need to become aware of. And the more things that we can become aware of in ourselves that we are unconsciously, like Karolis said, unconsciously doing, then the first step of removing or changing that behavior, whether that's the phone, or whether that's you get upset so you twist your kid's ear, or whether that's, slapping, or whether that's calling them a name and I'm just joking. Right? Whatever it is, your behavior, we need to become aware of it before we can fix it. Right? And that's my biggest thing. Choose one thing. Don't become aware of everything. Yeah, that can be overwhelming. But choose one thing that you want to become aware of. And then if you don't know where to start with your child's behavior that drives you crazy, and look at that within yourself.
Yeah, indeed. And just on top of the, Jesse touched the addiction points, and all these unconscious patterns, they kind of get into also the brain chemistry, and the dopamine deficiency is one of the main reasons why we have the addictions. And treating one addiction doesn't mean that we stop being addicted. So sometimes, alcohol, drugs, nicotine can transition into the gym. It can transition into video games. It can transition into scrolling, and you removing scrolling can become an addiction to overeating. So that's a dopamine deficiency. And those who gonna want to solve this as well, we're gonna give you a resource, a tool that you can do in the 7-day period from the 5-day challenge, and it will be really, really helpful. We already have over 50 people who went through this framework, through these methods. So I'm looking forward to seeing you on 23rd of October, where we're gonna build the family legacy plan. And be the leaders in our family.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And you made a good point. Like, we're going to actually share tools, like real actionable things
Yes,
that
100%.
like this, that's what this is. This isn't like going to be our presentation, so you just watch while you're, doing something else, right? We're going to give you like, well, exercises to actually do to every day get one step better with your kids, to decrease the parenting guilt that we all feel, that to decrease those moments where we lose control, to decrease those moments when you lose your mind and you behave irrationally, right? And then the more of those that we can control in ourselves, our children are watching, they'll be able to control that in themselves just a little bit better.
Yeah, yeah, indeed. That's a beautiful mutual goal that I'm looking forward. And just so you know, I will be sharing some of the tools that are in my 5-figure offer, which is really, really powerful in changing the behavioral patterns and really taking the ownership and responsibility for your existential power that you hold within. So stay tuned and remember, like Jesse said, we're gonna hold the lives for 1 week and we're gonna keep the access for another week for those who didn't have time, for that week to finish like daily in consecutive days. But it will be only 2 weeks, including the first week, which is the live week. And after that, our offer gonna go for $297, Jesse. Yes, am I right?
Yeah.
So
And
keep in mind that this offer has some things that we're not announcing yet. It will have some, tiny gifts and all that. And those tiny gifts, can be something very big. So you never know. Come and chat with Jesse or message me if you want to get more information, or just join Conscious Leader Group.
yeah, and that is a really good point. And I want to kind of highlight on what Karolis said, that this is like, we are preparing this to be a challenge that we are going to charge money for. So, and it's not like we would charge money for it. We will charge money for this. This is going to be that level of training and that level of teaching. And it's so much more powerful to join live. If you can, I know time zones are time zones, but if you can join live, or at least later on the same day that we go live, that will just be more powerful for yourself. I know from experience with taking these challenges, I've taken 5-day challenges. I get so much more value for myself. It's an energy thing when I join live, or when I join even on the same day and follow the steps every day, because really it is ultimately for you. It's not just to like check a box. Okay, I joined a challenge. I'm a better parent, or I'm a better business person, or well, no, it doesn't work like that. You've got to go through the steps. You've got to do the actions. You've got to implement it in your life. And when you join, I give you this extra like personal challenge to join live with the intention, or with the imagination. Imagine that you did transfer $297 to get this training. That will be so powerful for you, right? I've done that in challenges. I said, okay, I paid $500 for this. What can I get back from that? Right. And that's something I challenge you when you enter the group, when you join the challenge, when you click accept, imagine that you've transferred $297 and that's no longer with you. That's to invest in your own improvement.
Yeah, so as Jesse says, you put in the intention that you already invested in. And just for the finishing of this live, I will ask you a simple question. What amount of money is worth to have a harmonious family, which is constantly growing, evolving, and developing itself? What amount of money? There is no amount of money that can buy this, or that we can evaluate it. No, but we are sharing the best tools for this challenge. And Jesse gonna share his 17 years of experience as a teacher, working with teenagers and different age group kids, that I believe, you know, that there are some big nuggets that he will share, and that it will show you the different angles of what kids do and how they behave, and how to really understand this and, you know, make the change, make the growth. So I'm really happy that you all was watching this video, and I'm looking forward to seeing you soon.
All right, thank you. Yes, I look forward to seeing you soon too. Today was a short live. We're getting at it, and see you guys on the inside.
See you.